My name's Mark, and welcome to the 10 Acre Woods Inside Edition. So in the wintertime, during the colder months, we usually do different kinds of fundraisers. And one of them, one of the classes that we do is processing wool. So we also do things like making moccasins, making dream catchers, and we do those on weekends throughout the winter. Right now, because it's getting close to, believe it or not, Christmas time, people are looking for gifts. So that's something that, that people do to make gifts to give to their loved ones. So in this episode, we are going to look at the wool processing. So I did a video on that last year, but there were so many people involved, the audio wasn't great. I've been getting comments saying, I can't quite understand. I've had to watch the video a few times. So I figured I'd make a better one with a little clearer video and audio. And there were only 3 people involved here. So it was a smaller class, a lot less noise going on, and a lot less chaos. So I did that video just recently, and we're going to get that queued up for you right away. I just have one thing that I want to show you. So this here, can you guess what this is? I'll come back to this at the end of the video, but this was actually given to us, Tara, as a gift. And it was from one of our friends, I guess you could say family almost. It was sent. Oh, you're going to actually do something with it. Okay. That's a little bit of a cheat.
Is it?
It rotates. So what is this contraption here? So we'll get back to that at the end of the video. And it was a post or a message that Tara got from somebody. Darren, thank you, and Michaela. And she was like, oh, well, that is really neat. Oh, I'd love to have something like that. Well, sure enough, next time they came over, he brought this thing out. So thank you guys for this wonderful gift. We have a bunch of different things out in the yard, just old things that are really neat. So Tara actually wants to possibly use this in one of the future classes.
You just about let that slip.
I didn't let it slip. So Tara's over here carding. So she's got lots of wool. There's a bag down here. She's got quite a few bags that she's going through. So she basically just waits or watches TV as she's doing the work here. So that's her thing. Anyway, we'll get that clip queued up for you right now. Oh, hang on one second. Okay, there we go. All right, and good, and here we go.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to lay it back out.
You're on the inside right now.
I'm on the inside.
This right here.
I see it. Like that. Okay, I see it. This is the outside of the sheep when it was on the sheep, and the real white is on the inside. Trying to lay it back out because what we're going to do before you clean it, you're going to, you see this? We're not going to process that. That's like full on.
That's the butt.
But and it'll come out, but there's no point in having it mushy in there. But you see how big it gets.
And this is just the one sheep?
This is one sheep.
Makes you wonder what they do if they had the sheep outside, right?
Well, when we
Imagine
had
the
it,
fuzzy in there.
Yeah, she's gonna roll. She's gonna be like,
when we had it downstairs,
it smells so delicious.
but we had just a pile downstairs last year. We're like, why is the wool all getting like messed up and everything? We finally realized she was sleeping in it.
But you feel like how that soft that is?
That lanolin.
The lanolin.
Yeah. Now she's licking it.
Tiana said earlier, like, do you want to keep the lanolin because afterwards you can let it cool, and you can keep the lanolin. Like, but that is the softest thing ever. The dirt is in the lanolin.
They look so nasty.
I know.
When you see them running around out there, you're like, oh, you look disgusting, but you're probably like not
Look at
disgusting.
the white on the counter.
That's crazy. Just from doing this.
Yeah. And usually you do it about twice or 3 times.
We'll do it. I usually do it once and then see how.
And just for demonstration's sake, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So what do you do? How do you get the lanolin that's taken out here in the water? How do you get it over there now? Do you save this and pour it off later?
You can cool it. So we're all gonna but don't grab maybe Mark, you can grab the plastic bag.
He's got his camera.
Plastic bag's good.
Good.
And you never want to oh, it gets hot. You never want to over agitate wool.
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Right?
And she's back.
Look at all that coming off already. That's crazy.
Yeah. So if you were to really, yeah, you see where the water went in, where it was hot water.
Yeah,
It's holding it right out.
Clean already.
Yeah. What happens is it felts. So you don't want to agitate, you don't want to be
Well, that's why they say that's why you have your wool by hand and put it on gentle cycle on your machine, right?
I've never done. I would hate to put this all through my washer.
No, but I'm talking a wool sweater or
Oh,
wool
yes,
vest or
yeah.
a wool hat or a wool jacket. You don't put it on a heavy duty cycle.
Right. Now we leave that half an hour, and then we will squeeze it into another. We'll fill in about 20 minutes.
So
We'll
clean
start
water?
filling the clean water.
Okay.
And
So I guess one this size is good for one sheep. You don't want to go too much smaller than that. Eh?
right. As hot is you're just gonna pick up a handful,
Either of you up.
and you're just going to squeeze.
Oh.
Squeeze as much water out as you can.
Well,
Throw it in there.
It's kind of junky, eh?
Right?
Not-
Oh, it's a poop.
That's kind of hard. You like any kind of plant matter to me?
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing what comes out of here. So but you don't want to, if you start,
Oh yeah, that is.
when you do it, just pick up what you can get.
And that'll come up on its own.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because the more you play with it, the more it'll felt.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So you want just a one-time
So
squeeze.
is that too much?
No, you want out as much water as you can because
Is it too big of a piece though?
no, if you can squeeze it nicely, then you're fine.
Do you just line dry it?
I put it on these racks and then the fan.
Oh, okay. Would you ever dry it in the sunshine? Is
Yes,
that
yeah,
bad?
if you were outside, if you were doing it outside. Here, the birds and the chipmunks will get into it.
We have a lot of chickadees. We have a flock of 40, 50 something.
Well, I guess the birds would come and steal it from
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so, eh? I never thought about that.
And you'd have someone sleeping in it. I could see someone making a nest in the wool.
Basically, the washing is to get rid of the landlet.
Right.
So with the alpaca, would you do it the same way as the sheep, wash and dry it and stuff
Yep.
like that? And do they have lanolin in alpaca?
No.
No?
It's more of a. They're more dirty.
Oh, okay.
It's not an oil that holds it, it's the hair that's dirty.
Yeah,
texture?
That's why
Yeah.
there's such difference in color, I guess.
And drier. Well,
Yeah.
so when we pick, what you want to do is you want to just open it up. You're not pulling it apart, okay? Because then you're kind of shortening the fibers. You're just opening
Fluffing it up?
fluffing it up. Every little curl, and then once you think, it's, if you get these little things, usually we'll pull those out for felting. And that's just short hair from the blade.
Oh.
And it won't spin as nicely.
Oh.
And you don't have to worry about all the dirt. So that'll go in there. You don't have to worry about the dirt because every process we go through will take out more and more of it.
So is that good enough for a piece like that?
So you got sheep. So alpaca's sheep's gonna go in that one. I love the alpaca. It's got such longer fibers.
Yeah.
It's so much more fine than the sheep, eh? Almost.
Yeah, more of a hair than. Don't pick it over the good stuff, because And we're kind of, I don't mind it on the floor because after today I go around and vacuum because it gets really
Filled with hay.
filled with.
Hay and food.
When you're first starting, this is why I use this thing. Because I wanted on that one. That drum.
Okay.
Getting fresh there.
So now they would pick this up just to make sure that it combs. Never heard this before, eh, Lucifer? Oh, these new sounds. I loaded slow. Some people, what we did last year, which worked really well too, is it's called kissing. And you kiss it up here. It kind of eliminates this guy down here when you really don't have to have it.
And that way it'll go on a little straighter almost.
Yeah. Yeah, I prefer this way to this way. And then this catches all. Oh, Lucifer, this is going to be fun with you tonight. Okay, so I go like this, and you can see it. It grabs it, and it goes.
I like
And I
that.
think it's frozen.
So, like it, and it straightens it.
Okay.
It's
So
one,
it's called
one, less,
kissing.
one less step, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. And then you can also see when you get those little spots. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, right there.
Right there. Once you've been doing it for a while, then you pick that out and you have a
Oh,
garbage
it's
there.
easy.
Because this tightens it and squeezes it down, so all the dirt will fall down there too.
Oh yeah.
So when it squeezes, the dirt squeezes out
Oh yeah.
and falls out the bottom. So I'll load the first one, show you how to take it off, and then you guys can play with this if you want. Yes, Lucifer, don't get your hand caught. And you can move it around to fill it, right?
Yeah.
This I can do for hours.
So how full do you want this?
I'm gonna show you. We're gonna keep going until it doesn't grab,
Oh, okay. So basically,
So the
right
combs,
till
the
the
combs are full.
till the combs are full.
Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna be very entertaining tonight.
Watch the paw.
I know. Don't we get squeeze in there? Yeah, big opening right here. So you just start. Pull it up. You don't want, like, you know, yeah, I can take scissors and I can cut it, but you want your fibers long and you want them to stick out so they grab the next fiber. So you want the length. Okay. Okay.
So then you just kind of split it at the end there once you lift it off?
Yeah, so you split it here
Yeah.
and then
Wow, that is a big difference between those and the paddles.
yeah, having the machine, this is huge difference. So now when she goes to spin, then, and you'll see there's still dirt in it, but it'll come out every process,
Every
it'll come
step.
out a little bit more. So here, I think we split it in 4 for you for this, right?
How thick is it? Yeah.
Yeah. So she spins, I don't spin. So then I can't
She
get
can't
it.
figure it out.
Can't get it.
Then watch one day you all of a sudden something will click, right?
Yeah.
That's how usually it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, now I get it.
So she'll take these, and then these will be her rovings for spinning.
So that is how you wash, dry, and cart the wool. So as I mentioned, Tara is just carting. This is her thing as she hangs out and watches a little television. And this is just a bat, right, Tara?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a bat, and then you take what's called rovings.
Roving.
Okay. Yeah. I don't got
So pieces
just
of the bat.
second guessing myself. And you can see Nix here, our cat. She likes that. Psst, 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 psst. Hey, Nix. Do you like that? Do you like lying on sheep? Okay, so Tiana has a bat here, and then she pulls it apart into rovings. And then that gets fed into the machine. So she hasn't started yet. So she cleared off the, what am I saying? The yarn. The yarn that she's done, and she'll put that into spools. So this is kind of a long process too. So she generally does this while watching television as well. Now you need some good foot and hand coordination, something that Tara hasn't quite mastered yet, and I really don't have the patience for it. So you just kind of start out here with a string, I guess a leader string.
Yeah, and then it catches the wool and pulls it onto it for you.
Yeah, so there you go, and setting up the tension and everything and getting it all right. And then you can go thinner by stretching it out, or you can go thicker. Now, a lot of yarns are done with multi-string, so they'll take multiply. They'll take 2 or 3 or 4 or however many, and they'll weave them together. They'll wrap them together in such a way to make one thicker yarn.
And it's done exactly the same as this. It's just you're feeding in multiple strings instead of just the one.
Yeah. Now, is it the same machine or is it a different?
It's the same machine.
It
you
is.
just
Okay.
need them in a ball or something that can hold them as you're pulling on them so they don't get caught.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
So this is the 1-ply, and then this is a 2-ply.
Oh, so you did make a 2-ply.
This was one of the classes that we had where someone came and she
Okay.
was doing it with us.
So, okay. All right. So that's kind of the idea there. So that's the process. Pulling it in and continuing on. Now, if you stop for a second, Tiana, you've got different hooks here.
Yeah.
So starting off, winding it, and then I would imagine you just move over as it gets filled up so it fills up the spool.
Yeah, because if you fill one section up too much, it can collapse on itself and it doesn't
Yeah.
work too well. It's always just every once in a while, move it over and then you just continue spinning.
Yeah. And then this here is it's just a twine type. What is this? Sinew?
On this one, yeah, we're using sinew.
Yeah. So that's sinew on there. And it's on in such a way that it goes right around here. Now we do have a few different spinning wheels. This is one of them, and there's different sized wheels. So this one's kind of the faster model because from every push of your foot, this larger wheel goes around and makes that go pretty quick. So I guess it's you've probably got your favorite as to which one you like using.
I had to get quite used to this one because I'm used to a smaller one, so I have to do a faster foot pedal. So on this one, I've had to learn to go slower.
Yeah, so it's less tiring. So that's it. There you go. Give it a little turn, and away you go. And then you break it. So then she's just got to find the end again.
Yeah.
And do the same thing, and it goes.
So for this, this is a unique one where you can't use another piece to pull it through. So I have to take another string, and I make just a little loop with it. And then I pull it through.
Okay.
And then I have to pull it through here.
That's what happens when I disturb her. Well, she's make her stop and then start.
No, I had a small thin section
So
that
it goes
I
through
got
there.
caught on. And then you just hook it back up, and you take this off.
So yeah, it goes through there and comes out, right out of there.
And I'm back to it.
And there we go. All right, carry on. And it just grabs itself. The fibers will just grab. All right, Tara, can you tell our viewers about your new little toy here?
This, sweetheart, is a butter churn so that we can make our own butter out of cream or milk. Cream, not milk. Milk, we can make ice cream.
Yeah, I guess you can make cream with milk.
Apparently you can make ice cream in it here, in this too, with put it in right anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to research it. I have to figure it out. But it is an amazing.
So there is a patent number on it of 1900. So of course a patent is when this item was actually patented. It would have been made sometime after, but the turn of the century.
And we've seen lots of them, but never ever in this condition. And when we do get things like this, we absolutely love to bring back the way things were done, the old school, because as you see, there's no electricity. It's old school. So a lot of our classes are based around doing stuff like that, which is neat. You know, hands-on and making your own stuff, which is really cool. So thanks, Michaela. Thanks, Darren. I absolutely love it. As you can see, it's right in the middle of my house because it is absolutely beautiful. And we'll see about making some butter. If any of my friends want to do that have done butter, let me know, because I'd love to do a little class on that.
Yeah, there's a little foot pedal here too.
Yeah,
you know, some of it's worn off. There was probably something on there, maybe some leather or something.
It's
I'm not
probably
quite sure.
wood. I've
or
seen
wood.
or just metal.
Yeah, it could have been like that. Who knows? But it's in very good
Really nice
shape.
condition. Doesn't even squeak.
Yeah, sounds great. We'll have to oil it. Make sure we take care of it.
Yeah.
So that is it for this video. So if you haven't seen the sheep shearing video, there's a couple of them. I'll put that link up here as well as down in the description. So you can go back and you can see how the sheep are sheared. That's it for this video, and we will see you next time. Take care and have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.